Walk into any enterprise data center today, and you might assume the primary users inside the network are your human employees. They aren't. This graphic shows the actual reality of the modern network. There are 82 non-human identities for every single human user. That massive multiple is made up of service accounts, automated workflows, and increasingly autonomous AI agents operating on sensitive data. Nearly half of CISOs report that these AI agents are already exhibiting unauthorized behavior in live production environments. The reason this is happening is an architectural mismatch. We are trying to secure high-speed autonomous machines using identity tools built for human beings. The legacy model checks an identity at the front door. Once you authenticate, the system assumes total trust and lets you roam freely inside the network. That authenticate once and look away approach leaves high-speed AI operations entirely unmonitored at the point of action. It leaves a massive attack surface wide open. The industry's response to this vulnerability has been to spend millions of dollars entirely on the AI's conversational language. Looking at this launch asset, the message is clear. Polite AI does not equal secure AI. Prompt guardrails sit strictly at the model level. They govern what an AI generates in chat, but have absolutely zero control over what it executes on your backend. That missing layer is the authorization gap. It's the complete lack of runtime enforcement stopping an agent from querying, modifying, or exfiltrating data it shouldn't have access to. Fixing this requires continuous, real-time verification of every identity, human or machine, across all your applications and infrastructure. But engineering teams face a serious trade-off. Traditionally, securing those permissions requires a 6-month enterprise procurement cycle that completely stalls development. Teams are forced to choose: deploy AI pilots quickly without real security, or endure months of heavily gated integrations. Let's map the ROI for standard security tools. AI guardrails require weeks of tuning prompts just to ensure polite text, but fail instantly against prompt injections. Legacy identity management eventually secures the network, but requires heavy, complex deployments that completely paralyze developer velocity. Neither of these standard paths successfully balances the need to ship code quickly with the need to authorize actions continuously. The architectural answer is policy as code. It allows development teams to write and test authorization rules the exact same way they handle software. But historically, true policy as code platforms have been aggressively gatekept, locked behind expensive enterprise tiers and mandatory sales calls. Up until now, setting up continuous authorization for AI without absorbing massive operational friction and cost was virtually impossible. This scorecard shows a third option that breaks the trade-off: EnforceAuth's permanently free tier. At the bottom of this graphic, the inputs are minimal. Deploy in under 15 minutes with 0 credit cards. Panning up, the outcome is 1 million continuous authorization decisions monthly. You get the full platform, including out-of-the-box DORA and EU AI Act compliance. If you're a developer, you're likely wondering what's actually held back for the paid plans. There are 2 hard limitations. First, it strictly caps at that 1 million decision threshold. Second, it doesn't include native enterprise SSO and SIM integrations. But 1 million monthly decisions is more than enough volume to fully instrument, test, and audit a real AI pilot in production today. The math here is straightforward. It delivers enterprise-grade security instrumentation for 0 financial risk and a 15-minute time investment. Let's clearly map out if this tool fits your specific operation. The first question is simple. Are you deploying AI agents? If yes, the deciding factor is scale. Do you require 10 million or more runtime decisions every month? If you are a massive legacy enterprise that requires dedicated SLAs and day one SSO, you should bypass the free tier entirely and book an enterprise demo. But if you answer no, if you are a startup, a DevSecOps lead, or a CISO running AI pilots, you fall perfectly into the free tier profile. For this group, the traditional excuse that authorization is simply too slow and too expensive to implement early is now entirely off the table. This deployment model eliminates the operational friction that traditionally stops teams from closing the authorization gap. AI agents are already operating autonomously inside your environments. They must be governed at the exact point of action, not just filtered for language at the surface. Looking back at this ratio graphic, the orange subtext highlights the true threat. As non-human identities take over the network, most possess 0 continuous authorization. You can invest 15 minutes today, instrument your AI workloads, and walk into your next security review with a comprehensive policy as code audit trail. Click the link in the description to visit the website, set up your account, and deploy your first policy. Security in the AI era relies on continuous runtime enforcement, governing exactly what an agent is allowed to do at the moment of execution.